Hello, Brit Anders again. Now, to continue on with what I was saying about couple dancing. When you're dancing as a lead, then the logistics or the logic behind what it is that I'm doing is very, very simple. If I want to, for instance, move a chair from one place to another, the chair itself then becomes a very good follow, because the chair doesn't think, I need to go here, I need to go there. It just goes wherever it is that you put it. It maintains a consistent frame so that I know that if I apply pressure in this spot, going in that direction, the chair is going to behave in this particular manner. And the same thing's true if I apply pressure like this, then the chair will move in that particular fashion. So what we're trying to do as a couple is we're trying to enable the follow to develop this same type of consistent frame. And it's a consistent frame without power. You know, I'm not going to put tension into it because tension begets tension. The more tension I put into my own arm, the more tension my partner is going to feel. Okay? And they're going to create more tension to override my tension, which is going to create more tension in me in order to protect myself. So in other words, it's a catch-22. We wind up getting a whole lot of tension. So basically what we have the ladies do is we have the ladies to imagine it from an open position. If I'm following something that's going to have me away from my partner a little bit, we have the ladies to decide that just make the decision that my hand is my heart. And if my hand was my heart, then wherever my hand went, my heart would also go. So if my hand went that way, my heart would also move in that direction. Okay, and we ask the ladies, if you notice, my hand is in front of that shoulder. You can see that, right? So because my hand is there in front of my shoulder, there's no tension that's required. There's no effort that's involved in that. What it is it's just a choice of mine to maintain my hand in front of my shoulder, or in front of this side of my body over here. So now, if any place that my hand goes, I know that my body is supposed to go. Why? Because the hand is representative of the heart. And wherever the heart goes, directly underneath that is, if I'm standing on one foot, wherever the heart is, directly underneath it will be my balance point. So I will be directly over top of that foot. No one taught you how to walk, right? All that happened was you pushed at the ground until you were able to balance yourself upright. And then you started to fall forward and your foot landed underneath you and it kept you upright. And each time that you did that, you would fall forward and you would catch yourself. So walking is a controlled fall. Try it yourself. You move your heart forward, your foot falls down underneath it. Right? We do all of these things on the dance floor, on the couple dance floor. And it's not a matter of being a mystery. It's a matter of understanding the logistics of what it is that we're doing. And that's what creates couple dancing. Foxtrot is walking in rhythm to the music with someone attached to you. Well, we're not used to walking with someone attached to us. We're used to walking by ourselves. Okay? So that means that if I start to walk and turn, I can do that with no problem by myself. But if I have someone else in front of me, how do I get this person in front of me to do this as well? Well, if they are thinking that I need to go this way or that way, then they are going to go this way or that way. They're not going to be paying attention. So this comes to another point. In following, what makes a good follow is someone who is aware, who is paying attention. If you, this is really neat because it can jump over into real life, into the life outside the studio as well. If you think of the step that you just took instead of the step that you are presently taking, then you become heavy because you cannot respond to the present moment. You cannot respond to the lead that's being given. If you think of the next step that's going to be taken, then you can't respond to what's presently happening. What happens instead is that you anticipate. And anytime you anticipate, you're going to create mistakes because you cannot tell where the part where your lead wants you to go. But as long as you can concentrate on this step that's presently happening, you're going walk, walk. Well, as that foot's going through the air, you're thinking of that when it landed on the ground. As soon as it lands on the ground, that one no longer has any more consciousness. The next one is the one that's moving. And now you're not thinking of that one. It's the next one that's moving. That's the one that you're now thinking of. Okay, this is what couple dancing is all about. Excuse my computer for freezing. I have no idea why it's doing that, but hopefully the voice will continue and everything will work properly, other than the video. So, as a follow, all I have to do is stay present. I have to be aware. And this is the reason why women like to dance. See, when women dance, they must maintain presence in the moment. They have to be aware of what's going on. If I am touching a woman, touching her hand, she has to be aware of that touch. She can't be thinking, oh, let's see, what am I eating for dinner? At least not until the muscle memory takes in. Once she's done this for years and years, then she can pretty much think about anything. But the more she thinks about that, the less she's going to be able to respond to the fancier moves. But anyway, because the woman is present in the moment, because she's right here, right now, during the time that she's on the dance floor, she has the sense of no problems whatsoever. Because in the present moment, it's absolutely impossible to have a problem. You cannot do it. You cannot have a problem in the present moment. And just to give you an extreme example of this, when I was young, my father pointed a pistol at me. And I came from an abusive household. And, well, an abusive father. My mother was good. But anyway, so he put this pistol at me. All right? I remember looking down the barrel of the gun and seeing the bullet at the end of the barrel. That was not a problem. I had no problem with that. I was too scared to have a problem because I was present in the moment. Okay? I didn't have time to think about what was going on. Now, once the gun was pulled away, now the problem began. Because I thought, what would have happened, or what could have happened? That's future, it's imagination. Versus what did happen. Okay? And I'm thinking about all of this. But the truth is, if my consciousness of that gun would have reversed itself and let itself go, at the moment that the gun was taken away, I would have been present, nothing would have happened, I wouldn't have had any problem with it. But as is, I wound up having to do all kinds of crazy things about getting rid of all that, the issues involved with that. Same thing's true with dancing. If I think of that mistake that I just made back there, then I'm doing nothing more than creating more mistakes. If I think of where it is that I'm supposed to be going, then what happens is I'm making more mistakes. But in the present moment, if a mistake happens, the answer happens immediately following. Meaning to say, let's say that I'm following and I find myself on the right foot when I was supposed to be on the left foot. In the present moment, I see that I'm on the right foot, I has changed weight. That's the result, or that's the response to that difficulty. So there are no problems in the present moment. Thus, when a follow is following, she has no sense of problems. Which, by the way, is one of the great reasons for being a follow. For us, as leads, we get to enjoy just like we enjoy driving. We drive because we can go where we want, we can do this, we can do that, we can put on the brakes, we have control. And the follow doesn't have control. But the cool thing is the follow has a more exciting time because everything that comes is a surprise. And it's a constant change. And as long as you maintain your frame, the constant change is a wonderful thing to experience. So, these are my first 2 YouTube videos. If you would like to get a copy of my book, which is Yes You Can Dance, you can contact me at 360-927-2454. That's 360-927-2454. Or go to my website at www.insightsoftheheart.com. That's, I believe it's over here. If not, it's over there. You'll be able to find my website. Namaste.